Right, for Nutrien, getting here for covering the Inter-Dominion, and I am catching up with David Brick. Firstly, Bricky, hello.
Hello, Paul. Good to see you.
Yeah, we can have a take two, so it's okay. I do this quite regularly. Anyone that knows that I do it, so I do apologise for that. But the Inter-Dominion is here, mate. Big build-up. It's finally here. Racing Queensland must be super proud.
Yeah, we are. Can't wait for tonight. Been a great series so far. It certainly had the top horses from a pacing point of view, and then certainly also from a trotting point of view with Just Believe and after his globe trotting effort. So, no, it's been a really successful carnival so far, but tonight's the icing on top of the cake.
One of the challenges with our industry is, and one of the things I see, getting the word out to as many people as you can. And I was fortunate enough, I was in New Zealand last weekend, but for your last round of heats. The buy-in from people right across the eastern seaboard, and then again back over to the North and South Islands over there. It's what the Inter-Dominion used to be, and that's where we wanted to get to. We wanted to get back to be the premier race meeting, if you like, or race on the Australian calendar, Australasian calendar.
Yeah, we've sort of worked really hard with our partners to do that, and people such as Greg O'Connor, who's done some work over in New Zealand for us, but also other partners such as SEN, Sky Racing, and then through RaceNet and the like as well, News Corp, who have really covered it well locally. So we want to try and get as much coverage as we can. Getting column inches in any paper these days is always a challenge, but our team have certainly worked hard to do that and spread the message of the Inter-Dominion, because it's certainly our biggest brand and one we want to do justice to.
The product is put on the track, outstanding. The trotters, just been brilliant racing. I know one horse has gone through undefeated. People are saying he just wins tonight. I hope for connections he does, because he's a Victorian and people that I really like. But I'm wishing luck for everyone. The depth, though, is just outstanding in these trotters. Yeah,
absolutely. I think, we've got the Victorians up here, but our locals have acquitted themselves really well. So close to half the field there's Queenslanders, and been an area of growth for us. And I think it's, hats off to our trainers for going and either finding those horses and or breeding them and getting them through the series. So we'll continue to work on that part of the industry. Certainly helpful having the Victorians that are up here and Just Believe being the pin-up horse. But as you said, it's a race still, and I'm sure those other drivers that are going out there will be doing their best to upset him, and if they can do that, good luck to them.
Ken Barron's over here. He had a runner going around in the Group 1 last night. He's chose to come here and be an owner, and I think that stands testament to what you guys have put on with Queen Alida. He loves the horse. He loves life in the fast lane. No, it's not quite its name, but anyway, it doesn't matter. It's a Woodlands horse. I should know what his name is. It's great. The depth of paces is outstanding, but the depth of paces here is, a lot of these are Queensland bred, Queensland performed horses that are, that in itself from Racing Queensland has got to be outstanding. Not just Leap to Fame being bred here, but so many well-trained horses here by the Queenslanders. It's just awesome.
Yeah, and a number of them are 4-year-olds too, so they're up and comers. So it's probably the first time get your future assureds and Speak the Truths as well. And even if you have a look at going into the Constellation, you've got horses such as Manila Playboy, Can't Find a Better Man as well. Sort of that 4 or 5-year-old sort of moving through. So we're really buoyed by the fact that the Queenslanders and from a breeding point of view have certainly improved in the last few years. And I think tonight's final, while it's on paper and from a betting market point of view looks largely a 2-horse race, and being brothers is quite unique. Those other horses we discussed, I'm sure they'll be if not this year, then next year they'll be well and truly up there again.
I think the one thing about it too, you said about the 4-year-olds, better eclipse than Swayze or 5-year-olds. Yeah. They're going to be around for a long time, and it's the same with the trotters. These horses could be racing for a long time. It is the flagship race of the industry. I'm sure you and I both, when younger, that's what we fell in love with, the romance of the Inter-Dominion. Everyone here must be so proud of getting it back to what I believe, anyway, the job you have done. I think back to that, almost everyone wants to be a part of it.
Yeah, I think certainly from our industry point of view, it's great that we've been able to deliver that. We've grown our things such as our carnival and Q-Bred and things like that, but the Inter-Dominion's another layer for that, and we haven't had it at Albion Park for over 20 years, and in Queensland since 2009. So I think for them it puts a bit of a spring in their step, and for them to be able to qualify horses for the series, and even someone like a Taylor Gillespie who's able to get a horse through to the final. So something I'm sure she'll never forget. And probably if we asked her 3 or 4 years ago that she'd have an Inter-Dominion runner, she'd say, well, I don't believe it can't be possible. So it creates dreams and that for our participants as well. So we're wishing them all the best, and for some of them it's going to be a hard work out there on the track tonight to beat a horse like Just Believe. But we'll see how that goes.
Shannon Price and Darren Garrard, first time ever Queenslanders are qualified horses for both finals. Goes back to the trotting, the development of what you guys are doing with the trotting, but hats off to both those guys. I think mighty efforts, and they should be super proud of that.
Yeah, absolutely. As I said, our participants, they've certainly added to the depth of the series, and the fact they've got horses through just shows that they weren't just making up the numbers. So, yeah, all credit to Shannon and Darren, as you said, all their trainers have been able to get them through. A young trainer like Trent Dawson's got a good horse in future assured through to the final as well. So, yeah, no, it's great for them to be able to pit themselves against the best in Australia and New Zealand, so looking forward to it.
Nutrien, we've got the sales coming up here. It's February 11. The sales will be on. Looking forward. That's going to be different because last year it was at Gold Coast. This year it's going to be here at Brisbane. It's going to be unique in its own set, building up, and there's plenty going on as well with that, with the Hayden and those likes still being auctioned up.
Yeah, that's right. So the Hayden will be part of the auction for that. Will be part of this year's sale, next year's sale as well. So we're looking forward to that. It was really successful from our end last year, and we saw Speak the Truth go through. So it creates a storyline leading up to both our carnival and then to the Eureka. So we're pleased to be part of that again, and that'll be I guess a centrepiece or part of the Nutrien sale on that in February, and then from a carnival point of view, we've got our Proto Star shortly. The applications to close on that, and that's going to be oversubscribed. So we'll have the ballot for that in the coming weeks.
And you got the Great Square that's just getting better and better as well. I think last year you would have been blown away. London to a Brick was awesome. You had the 3-year-olds come up. I know a lot of people know that it's on. They know when it's on. They're planning to be here.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I was speaking to Nathan Dawson and Graham Dewey the other day. So not as promised, obviously. Have well and truly got that race earmarked in their calendar. Again, probably 2 or 3 years ago, the fact that they've got a 3-year-old trotter that can go and compete like it has interstate, but then the fact that now they've got a race here in Queensland that's probably going to be their focus for the year, so which is something for them. And probably if that race wasn't there, whether they'd have this race horse or not, I'm not too sure, but I'm sure it could only help.
Yeah, definitely. And I must say hats off to Graham and Nathan, the way they've conducted themselves both down in Victoria. They're always happy to come out with the press and get it out there. Young Lane as well. And then again in New Zealand. And we talk about Nathan, 400 winners as a driver, something I don't think a lot of Queenslanders ever thought would happen. Pete McMullen, what was he, about 320 was a record, I think. So 400 winners yesterday at Redcliffe as a driver. It's everything's trending the right way up here, isn't it?
Yeah, Nathan's already been on to me to build a statue. He's just trying to work out where it should be. He reckons it might be Redcliffe now, but it was a super effort. To be able to do that, and for a Queensland driver to be doing that, and only the second driver to make 400 alongside Chris Elford, who's a legend of the sport. So Nathan, he's still a relatively young age. He's got plenty ahead of him from that point of view. So all credit to him, and we're proud that to say that the second person to do it's a Queenslander.
Yep, mighty effort. Ricky, thank you. Well done to the club. Well done to everyone behind the scenes. As I said, Nutrien Equine sales will be here February 11. I think the first one's in Tassie on January 26, and to go right through to the 14th of April. $1.2 million race series as well. So everything's building. I think the industry's positive. Well done for everything you guys have done. And thank you. Every time I ask of something, if you don't do it, you'll get someone that can do it. And I really appreciate that sort of feedback as well, mate, and that contribute. So thank you very much.
No worries. No, appreciate the time. Any time from our point of view, we're happy to help people out who can, got the industry at heart, and we're all trying to push in the one direction. So no, thank you, and look forward to tonight, and then on to 2024.
And then we go Blues.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Rousey will like that one.
Yeah, correct.
Thanks, mate.